Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well and taking care of yourself. Welcome to this space where we live, love, and laugh. So, Nkosalama, I feel like it's been a while. Has it? But it hasn't. I still posted. But I don't know, it feels like it's been a while since we interacted, really spoke, and got to know how we're doing. So, please just comment good if you're doing good. Comment not well if you're not well. And let's talk to Julian Ehali. Alright, I'm doing well. Nashukuru Mungu. And yes, I'm happy to be here again and to do this. So I want to talk to you about something that has been part of my lifestyle now and is incredibly amazing. I recommend it, though I know it's not a must. Okay? And I don't want to make this a long video, it will be pretty short. But I just hope that it shall be a blessing to you and you shall open your eyes to a few things. Okay, so from the previous videos, you know that I was introduced to journaling during the time that I was in therapy. And at first I was like, well, this is crazy. This is crazy because why are you telling me to give out my emotions to a book? You know, first of all, there might not be any amount of privacy when I write it over there because, you know, but this is juicy. Let's hear more. And I know there's just a huge misconception around journaling because most likely, when you think about journaling, you think about that young teen girl who is out there with her diary, writing about her crush, you know, about her best friend, na venye nani alikuwa anataka kumwibia best friend, you know, all this drama that happened during that time. That is most likely your thoughts. The thing about journaling that is so beautiful is that there is no specific way of doing it. There is no rule to it. It's just writing. It's just beautiful, expressive writing. As I have said, it has become a huge part of my lifestyle and has made me fall in love with notebooks in a whole new way. That it's just really exciting to buy biros, to buy a good notebook. Stationery is now my thing. Stationery is now my thing. It's just interesting. But one of the benefits that I have gotten from journaling is that I can easily express my feelings and emotions and understand them. First of all, I can be able to simply just write, you know. This, you know, let's say I'm feeling sad. I can say I'm feeling sad. And why am I feeling sad? Like I can be able to, why am I feeling sad? This is the reason. Why is this specific? Why? Like you get, I'm trying to look for a reason that I'm feeling sad right now. Or let's say I'm feeling sad. This is a silly example, but alright, bear with me. I'm feeling sad because I didn't have ice cream. Why was having ice cream important to me? This is why this was important to me, and this is why not having this is making me feel this way. Like, you know, I can be able to somehow understand my feelings and then come back to where I can say, okay, so what can I do now that I haven't had ice cream to make it better, to make myself feel better, you know? Basically, it's just that form of self-expression, you know, that can help you better understand some feelings that are a bit complex, some feelings that you're not really sure what's happening on. And it's just, you know, that saying that says a problem shared is a problem half solved. So true. You haven't shared it specifically with someone, but you have expressed it, so you have shared it, you know. And so somehow it's half shared because you have tried to reason out everything. And what I do, first I wanted to show you that my journals for this year, but I wanted to show you something. I write my journals to, or rather when I write to God, because I feel I can. First of all, God is the only person that loves me absolutely, unconditionally. I am aware of that fully. God is the only person that loves me unconditionally, fully, without reservations. He has given me his all. And I know that even with my flaws, I can be honest with God and not be ashamed. Because at the end of the day, ni nini hajui, you know? So, I don't want to show you anything. But you see, I write my journals to God. Now that's good morning, dear Jesus, and that's 7th September. So this is my latest journal or notebook, and in September. And I feel that when I share those things with God, because now it depends with you. Like that's what I'm saying. The beauty about journaling or writing is that there are no rules. You can do it however you like. Mine are letters to God, telling him about everything and anything that I have seen, experienced, felt, just everything, and just giving him that surrender and saying, man, today was crazy and I need your help. Or, just thank you for allowing me to have that beautiful experience, to see that happen, to see that transaction happen of kindness and joy, Or when I see something on the news and I'm just like, Lord, you need to do something. And this helps me with my prayer life, because you'd find that I journal more my prayers than, like the verbally. I fat rights. 2, you're able to really be honest with yourself, because this is just you addressing how you're feeling without any judgment, without any critique. Like, it's just you being open and saying, this is it, this is how I'm feeling, this is how my day went, and I just feel like I can't. Or it was an exciting day and this made me so happy, so excited. Because journaling is just not for sad things. It's also for beautiful things. Which leads to my second point, is that I love to journal because I'm able to keep memories. I'm able to, it's, how you don't, you don't have what's it called, an SD card in your brain as such, especially if you're like me and you can tend to be forgetful. Having a journal helps me keep memories, because let's say I saw someone. Recently I saw someone who was in the streets begging, yeah, and then I saw a street boy give that person, I think it was like 20 bob, and my heart was just like, imagine you don't have, but you're able to, like when you tell me, thanks, thanks brother, akamwambia ni sawa tu, maisha ni kusaidiana. It was such I was just passing, I wasn't like standing observing, I was passing, but I saw it and it was just so beautiful for me. And I know it's a memory that I can forget, because it's not directly what? It's not directly in si mimi imefanyikia, so ninaweza sahau, but observing that was so beautiful. And when I couldn't wait to get to a place where I could write that down and remember that beautiful thing that I have seen, or times when I don't know, I remember there's an entry I made, because I was going through my journal just to prepare to make this video. There's an entry I have made, and I don't know if you're like me and have felt this too sometimes, that sometimes you're dressed and you feel you look cute, you might feel alright today, but when you step out, feel come out on a pangalia, I know you're very subconscious about it, because you're thinking, okay, probably it was too much, and we could have toned it down, not to attract attention. I meet, let's say, a lady or a woman who has dressed so confidently in a way that I would be like, okay, you gonna guts. You gonna guts. But in that moment I'd be like, oh my goodness. As in, if you're confident enough to dress that way, I shouldn't be ashamed. I should also like tap into that confidence that you have to support me throughout the day. And so let's say that person has inspired me that day, I would want to write about it. I would want to remember that memory, that experience, that thought process. And there's also just other beautiful memories, you know, like a family gathering that you don't want to forget, a birthday that was amazing and you don't want to forget. It's just like an SD card that helps you remember stuff. Yeah? Which leads me now to that third point, is that I have always wanted in my life that one day I will publish a book or books. Mungu atusaidie. I have always wanted, it is a desire of mine to be a published author. And so I remember when I started journaling, I told myself, by the way, you've always said you wanted to write books, but will I be at 40 or 30 writing books and thinking, but I can't remember what it was, what happened. You know, now I'll have to rely on experiences or imagination, or you get, like, not things that really happened to me. And I love books where when I read it, I really connect with the author because it was an experience that they had. And like, one of my best authors of all time is Paulo Coehlo. I hope I pronounced it right. And the beautiful thing about Paulo is that when you read his books, literally it was like he was journaling the whole time. And then by the time he's sitting down to write that book, he's just using his journals to refer, because he talks about experiences, you know, when he visited there's this book that I love. I could recommend it because it's a really nice book and it's just short stories. It's called Like the Flowing River, Paulo Coelho. And if you read that book, you see that this person journals or writes because he takes different scenarios that happened in his life and that thought process that he had during that time that taught him something. You can't have that if you're not writing, because you will forget. You will forget. And it's just a beautiful book because it's full of his experiences, his lessons, you know. It's just amazing. So if you want to be a published author, and all of us, any of us can be a published author, because all of us live different, interesting lives. Like, my experience is different from yours. So you can write a book, I can write a book, all different, you know, scenarios and facets of life, and we can learn from each other. But if you're not writing your experiences, utaanzia wapi katika kitabu? Unless you're doing like a research paper where, you know, utatafuta articles or something, like, you know. But a really good, inspiring book, you need to remember some of the stuff. You need to remember, because let's say, for example, I wanted to write about generosity. That scenario that I saw of the guy begging on the streets, seated, and the young man who was also a street boy, you know, and that beautiful transaction that happened there. You get me. Or this is one of my favorites, when I have a conversation with someone and I'm just thinking, this is amazing. I don't want to forget this. This is amazing. I love rich conversations. I love when you can sit with someone and have a beautiful conversation about life, about, you know, just everything, and just feel enriched by that conversation. So imagine if you were able, because obviously it was just random, you just, you know, like, it's just a random conversation, you're just having fun. But when I get home, I always just want to write about what that person has taught me, about what that person has shared with me. Probably not like if it was something so personal that I don't need to tell someone else, I probably will not write it, because I don't know who might end up reading my journal without my permission. If you read people's journals, shame on you, because it's private. So I write what that conversation was about and the lesson that I got from it, so that later in life, when I want to remember, when I want to be reminded, when I want to write a book, I can come back and refer to that. I can come back and say, oh my goodness, my friend said this, and which I absolutely, like, you get me. The other thing, next point, like, I feel weirdly, sifa nimepanga hivi, but zina, like, this one leads to this one, leads to this one, leads to this one, leads to this one. Is creativity. Writing helps improve and just excite your brain, that part of your brain that is creative, and helps you keep track of your ideas. You know why? Because and this happens to me sometimes. I might be walking somewhere or just observing something, because I'm very observant, very extremely observant, and I would observe something and think, by the way, I could do this. If I don't write it down, with the whole hustle and bustle of the day, nitakumbuka. So I think having like a pocket notebook, journal, can help you just keep track of your creative ideas. And I'm those people who have sparks of ideas and thinking, I should do this, and sometimes I forget. So I have learned to write them, and hata kama nitaisahau, one day I know I'll sit down and think, my god, like, I never did this, I never went to this place that I was saying I should go to. I should probably plan for it. You get me? Or just ideas that you have, even business ideas. Honestly, I also do that. Business ideas that I have, but I feel probably right now I don't have the capital for it. I don't have the resources to start, so I still write it down. Because labda one day I'll have the resources, but be so blank about ideas. So that can help me remember. Because our brains are so beautiful. Your brain, let me confirm it to you. Your brain is so beautiful. The God-given brain that you have is magnificent. Like, the extents to your creativity are immense. So don't waste it. And the last point, because I was trying to say that this video will not be long, but the last point is that writing helps me to be grateful. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think I started journaling last year. I started way back, because come to think of it, the other day, was it like last month, when we were arranging documents or books in our office. My mom found a notebook of mine, an A4 size notebook that I used to write on in 2015, and I was going through it, and I was just so grateful. Like, I saw my 5-year plan. 2021, my 5-year plan. I saw my 5-year plan. I saw things that I was praying for. I was praying to God for. I just saw, like, it helped me to look back and say, man, God means so. Like, thank you so much. Sometimes I remember there's also another journal of mine, my journal for last year. I was at a very, very difficult place. And I was broken, I was hurt, things didn't make sense, And when I read everything that was going on during that time, when I see the person that I was during that time, and everything that I was praying for God to do for me during that time, just to give me peace, to give me joy, just to make me happy, to give me a reason to really be happy. When I read that and look at where I am right now, where I feel, at peace, where I feel, like grateful that everything is going on well. Like, it's just so beautiful to look back. And because I also, I told you that I pray also in my journals. So to see God answer those things is amazing. I remember in my journal for January, I remember I was praying to God because this time I was preparing to go for KSL. I was trusting God for school fees. I was trusting God for a hostel or a house where I can live in or move out to when I'm in school. And even for my farm, even for like not farm FAM but FIRM, like the people we work together with to do the project work, I prayed for those people. Didn't know them, didn't know I'd be with them, but here we are, and honestly, and even for my class, for my lecturers, to make a friend in school, because I was going to a new school obviously, and it's just, and I'm a very shy, okay, I'm not shy, I'm very introverted, so definitely, but seeing God answer those prayers, that my school fees, got paid, that I got a really, really nice hostel, that I made a friend, that my family members are good people. Just look back and the opportunity to look back and be grateful is exciting. It's really, really exciting. So after Tusemeni Hivo, probably we'll do another video like this one, just to, if there are any more questions, if you have questions towards this topic, please let me know, and I will be really glad to answer them. All right, and thank you as in for your kindness and your good and thank you for your kindness and your patience and your love. Another thing, I have been praying for a ring light. I now have a ring light which is exciting. I prayed for a mic so that the sound can be better. I have a mic, so hata tunaombea simu soon, we know Jesus is able and I will get a new phone to continue to improve the quality of the videos, and even I shall continue to learn how to edit better, But thank you so much for your kindness. Journaling is beautiful. Please try it out if you've never journaled. If you do journal, what's your experience? Really tell guys in the comment section what's your experience. Do you love it? Do you enjoy it? What are the benefits that you have gotten from journaling? Let's have a conversation. And another thing, that you don't have to be like me, because I try. Okay, let me be honest and say that I try to journal every day, but I don't. Cause you're in the 7th, 8th. Let me show you, for example. This is 7th September, and I try write 1, 2, 3. This is 8th. Na kutoka 8th. My God. Kutoka 8th. The next day I journaled was on 26th. So you don't have to journal every single day, just when it strikes you, when you want to write something, share something, to come here. And so that's journal therapy. Those are the benefits for journal therapy. About bullet journaling is what I meant. It's just simply keeping track of the things that you need to do and being able to do them. You see, I do that every single day. Like, this is not boxes. I was bored. But you see, I have my list to do, and then I tick it, which helps me to be a better planner. You see, just things like that. If I don't do it that day, you read newspaper. I push it to the next day, so this arrow is for the next day. But if I've done it, I tick it. Take a nap. I didn't take a nap this day, so I crossed it. Like, it just helps you to be better organized and to be productive and efficient, which is these days my biggest prayer, to be productive and efficient in everything. Nitaachia hapo kwa sababu nimeongea sana, and I don't know, I feel like as also a consumer of content that sometimes long videos are just hard to watch. But funny, so still we need to talk about these things. So I love you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Try journaling. There are no rules to it. Just do you. Pen, paper. I know it will be awkward when you're thinking, where do I start? It can be anything. Something that made you smile that day. Something that made you happy, excited, grateful, sad. You know? And let's respect people's privacy. So if anyone gets a journal and starts writing, please respect it. Unless they actually give it to you or tell you that you're open to read it, then don't. Especially for parents who have teens, or just parents, or if you just live with your child, teen, you know, respect your child's privacy. It's their privacy, it's their way of expressing themselves. Let them use it however they want. Okay. Nimesema kama namaliza hii video for a very long time, but subscribe. Subscribe. I really want us to grow. I need to kifikisha, I don't know if I'm overshooting, but if we get to 500 by end of the year, I'd be really happy. That would really make me happy. So please subscribe. Tell someone else. Make sure the whole family has subscribed and tell them to be part of this beautiful, beautiful community, right? And also, if there is anything you'd like me to talk about, if there's anything that you'd like my opinion of what I think about something, as in tuongeleze stories, you know, like let's just have that conversation and just be a community that helps each other. So if there's any topic, anything that you'd like us to talk about, any advice that you'd like, not advice, but just if you'd like my personal opinion on that issue, you could leave a comment, DM me on my socials, and definitely it's something I would want to do. Okay, take care. Subscribe and share on your WhatsApp, on your Instagram, on your Facebook. Let's grow together.